A lot of creators are afraid of artificial intelligence. But I think if we're creative, if we're truly creative, we don't have anything to worry about, to be honest. Artificial intelligence is, it's powerful in that it can do incredible writing. It can create incredible things, beautiful paintings, beautiful art, that kind of thing. But there are two or three things that human beings can do that are better than artificial intelligence, and I think are always going to be better than artificial intelligence. And those are, the first one is asking interesting questions. AI and humans may be on equal footing here. Like maybe AI can ask interesting questions, but it's definitely not better than humans. And I think humans have an advantage here because AI can generate random questions. It can be fed, multiple different topics, maybe skateboarding and architecture and algebra, and it can, find connections and patterns between those three things. But it can't wonder like a human can. It can't say like algebra and skateboarding. What pattern is there between the shape of a skateboard and the algebraic formula used to measure the shape of a skateboard and real world architecture? I don't know. You can ask interesting questions. One experience I had that actually made me realize this thing was an advantage that humans have is when I scroll through YouTube, and I try not to scroll through YouTube too much, but you get carried away. Sometimes you go down the rabbit holes. And so when I'm scrolling through YouTube, a lot of times I will see videos that have an AI generated thumbnail, and then the video, it's a AI generated title, AI generated description, AI generated text being read by an AI generated voice with AI generated images in the background. The whole thing is AI generated. And most of the time I see those and I think, more AI, like I just don't care. It's whatever. I just don't care. I don't want to watch. I don't care about watching that stuff. But every once in a while I click on one because it was, whatever it was interesting enough about it that I clicked it, and then I watched the whole thing. So I thought about it, what is it that was so interesting about that? What is it that made me want to watch this thing, this video that's all AI generated? And the answer that I came up with was that it's because it's the videos that ask the interesting questions. So the example that comes to mind that I specifically remember, I saw a video that was titled like something like what empaths have that makes them so much more dangerous than narcissists, according to Carl Jung, or something like that. And empaths are notoriously taken advantage of by narcissists. And so that's an interesting question, right? Like what strengths does an empath have over a narcissist, according to Carl Jung? That's interesting. And AI doesn't usually, it could come up with questions like that by random chance, but it can't reliably come up with interesting questions like that. It doesn't really have that kind of gauge. So that's the first one. The second one that AI just cannot do, and that humans can do, and that is a very beloved and valuable human kind of thing, I guess, is showing your process. We love seeing people do works of love. Like, I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw a video, a lot of times I'll just keep scrolling and not look at anything. almost every time that I stop on a video and watch it, it's because it's a video of someone doing some kind of process, like coloring in a coloring book. And I'm like, well, I want to see what their final product is, you know? But so I watch the process, and then I'm like enjoying watching the process. I'm like, wow, this is really great. And someone carving something out of wood, or someone digging a hole, and I'm like, well, let's watch the process and see what they uncover. Or somebody cooking something. You know, we love watching people do the work. So and in AI, you don't see AI doing the work. You know, you only see the output. You only see the answer. So AI can give all kinds of answers, but it can't pose great questions. It can give all kinds of answers and outcomes, do all kinds of things, but it can't show the work and show the process that's just so enjoyable to watch or to be a part of. So those are the two main things. And then one other one is that human beings have a natural imperfection. Like, we just can't. Now that we have computers, we can create more perfect art. And then with AI, we can create even more perfect stuff, art, writing, stuff like that. But there's something about that human imperfection that we like. It's like vinyl, you know, you kind of like the crackle sounds sometimes, or on a cassette tape, you know, sometimes you enjoy that it's not perfect. So that imperfection, as perfection becomes more abundant, as AI can create perfect books, perfect voice generated, you know, language, perfect art, then as that becomes abundant, because it's so cheap to make, there will be less human created compared to all the AI created perfect stuff. There will be less human created imperfect stuff. And so I think, you know, just basic economics, that the less perfect human stuff will become more valuable. So those are, you know, hopefully some optimistic kind of advantages that creators have over artificial intelligence, that maybe it can help put your mind at ease a little bit, like, you know. And then, as always, you know, when you create for yourself. And AI can create for you, but it's the process of creating that AI can't do that, and you can do that, and you can grow from that in yourself. And that's important. That's huge. So yeah, that's it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I'm sure there will be, you know, divergent opinions. So feel free to share in the comments. Love discussion. And subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Thanks for watching. Peace.